how much does an online content removal lawyer really cost? Because my understanding is that most law firms bill by the hour, and they're almost incentivized to try and have the case last as long as possible to increase their fees. And if I have multiple cases that need to be addressed, my concern is that there really could be an astronomical number at the end of the day.
Sure, and that can be true. So at National Security Law Firm, we are transparent with our fees. All of our content removal services we offer on a flat fee basis. Typically, we charge $3,000 per source to remove content. Now, sometimes people have multiple sources, so we can work with you on that fee depending on how many sources you have, but that is our flat rate transparent fee. And most importantly, we do our removal work on a contingency basis. What that means is if we are not successful in removing your article, we give you a full refund of the legal fee. Now, there are firms that do hourly billing. And like you said, yeah, maybe that could drag the case out. Hopefully, ethically, attorneys wouldn't do that, but that's always, a concern. The other issue with that is, their incentives here. We have to work really, really hard to get articles removed. If we don't get our articles removed for our clients, then we have to refund our fee. Whereas under the hourly model, that attorney has not the same incentives to get articles removed as we do. So I'm convinced, we don't like to give refunds. We want to help clients, we want to remove the articles, but we also spend a lot of time. And so it's not something that we want to do, offer a refund. So we're incentivized. I'm convinced that if we cannot remove an article, there's nobody out there that can. We literally do everything possible to get the negative content removed. That's why we do it on a contingency basis. We also think that this is a better strategy for the client in terms of their overall goal here is to get the content removed. If we're not able to permanently remove it, then we will give them that feedback, and then they can put that fee towards suppression. So whereas, with these hourly law firms, if they can't get it removed, the client is going to have to kind of pay twice. They paid once for the removal lawyer that wasn't successful, and then they're going to have to pay again for suppression services. We try to make it more fair. So we try for the removal. If that doesn't work, then we refund the money so that they can then put that money towards suppression.
And with some of the other hourly law firms, they may have like an in-house suppression offering, but that's not something that we have in this situation. So is that partially why you're convinced that if it can't get removed, that if you're unable to remove it, it can't be removed from the internet?
Yeah, and I've seen the reverse of that as well, where these reputation management companies who aren't lawyers, they don't have lawyers on staff, they'll tell clients, oh sure, we'll try to remove it for you, and if we can't remove it, then we'll suppress it. They're really making more money off of suppression services, so how is that incentivizing them to actually try to get the best outcome for the client, which is a removal? So I do think that the way our model is set up, it is the best strategy for clients that are trying to remove content from the internet for sure.